Hey YouTubers, Christopher Wanamaker here doing an updated 72-hour survival bug out bag, fully already assembled bug out bag layout overview. It's been about a year since I updated this one. I have made several improvements with my bug out bag, and so now I'm gonna go over it with you with very few exterior items that I would be grabbing if I need to grab my bug out bag for a shit hits the fan, natural disaster, get out of Dodge, bug out situation. So before going over everything, let me go over some just very simple stuff. This backpack is a 3-day Condor Assault Pack. I bought it several years ago. I always have a primary one ready to go that I'm using, and I already have a brand spanking new one backup ready to go. When I bought them, they were worth about, for the solid colored ones, they cost me about 80, 90 bucks on average. Camouflage ones were about 140, 150 average. And now that with inflation, I've seen them anywhere from 120 to 150 for just the solid color ones. So the camo ones are probably 200 to 250. The reason why I like this 3-day Condor Assault backpack, which I use for like beginner 24-hour bug out bags, 48-hour bags, and 72-hour, that's what this is, my personalized 72-hour that I've been keep making improvements on and adding things, take away things, changing things up over the past 10 years. And I go hiking and camping with it, whether it be paid for spots or non-paid for, just go out in the wilderness spots. And I keep improving upon it more and more, because I just want it to have the best, most reliable, good quality, multifunctional, worth the money, durable 21st century gear. I don't if I don't know something, then I usually will like, oh, I like that item. What's the make? What's the model? Look it up on YouTube. Did somebody else out there or a couple people buy it and do reviews on it? What's the positives? What's the negatives? Is it worth the money, so I'm not tricked and waste my time and energy on a product? I witnessed that once before, where I went to a Bass Pro Shop in northern Colorado Springs, not far from the Air Force Academy, and I saw this unique kind of machete blade, and I liked it. I liked the design and everything, so I took a picture of it, took it that information home, looked it up on YouTube, and then the guy who practiced with it bought it and all that. After 100 whacks, the blade broke from the handle because it wasn't full tang. So it helped me to learn, hey, before getting into some, I need to do a little bit of homework research. As long as I knew the product name and the model and everything, I can look this stuff up before I waste any time, energy, and money. So I know that I'm, whatever I'm putting my time, energy, and money into, it's worth the money. So that's this. So I have a solid dark green colored 72-hour bug out bag. It's a 3-day Condor Assault Pack. Has shoulder straps with a lot of cushioning in the back area. It has a chest strap and a waist strap as well. So that's the type of backpack. Let me show you real quick an example of, this is a 72-hour bug out bag. I have my older brother's, he had it for several years, a 24-hour bug out bag that is just worth about $1,525, 45 total pieces of gear in this 24-hour bag that I built him. He kept it in his car trunk, and I'm actually putting it up for sale right now for asking $1,600. And it has 45 total pieces. That's including the backpack, all pre-packed and everything ready to go. And there's still more room in it to add more stuff: summer, winter combo clothing, cash money, firearms, whatever you want. So let me show you that and give you an example of using this type of backpack for a lighter, more normal, beginner 24-hour bug out bag. One second. So this is my older brother's that I built for him, 24-hour bug out bag. So it's definitely lighter. It weighs about, I think it was 46 pounds that I weighed it recently, is what this weighs. And what I love about this backpack is that once you get it up on your shoulders, and shoulder straps, chest strap, waist strap, tighten it down, wiggle it around. Whatever the current full weight of this backpack, this survival bug out bag weighs, it takes 1/3 of the total weight off your body. So, take what was that, like 12-ish pounds or something like that, 12, 13 pounds off of 46. And so low 30-pound range, it's 46, but feels like 31, 32 pounds. So I'm asking, it has $1,525 worth of 45 products in it. I'm asking $1,600. I live up in Ridgefield, Washington, just north of Salmon Creek, Vancouver, Washington, and 2 miles south of the Alinay Casino off exit 16 of the I-5. So I'm on OfferUp, and then you can also hit me up, email me if you're interested in maybe buying this, and then you take it and personalize it to you. You want to make it where it's personalized to you, your wants, your needs, your environment, altitude, and climate. And then having a bug out bag is half the battle. Knowing what you have and how to use it, field testing it is the other half. Where's the best place to keep it? 24/7, out of sight, out of mind, in your vehicle, because your vehicle is never too far away from where you are at all times. Home, work, school, vacation, road trip, the mall, wherever. So I am trying to sell this and ask $1,600 for it, and then you have a good, high quality, worth, it's durable, multifunctional. I'll go through it with you. I have other YouTube video on my newer 24-hour bug out bag video. That's this exact bag. The only difference is I replaced the BioLite Camp Stove 1 prototype 1 version and replaced it with the 2.0 version. So it's updated and the camp stove is brand spanking new, but the grill and kettle pot is slightly used. Everything else is new. Older brother never used it, never field tested it. He no longer has a car, and he physically injured himself where he can't carry as much anymore. So I got this back, made some upgrade improvements, and now I'm trying to sell it. So hit me up on either Christopher.Wanamaker, that is WANAMAKER, at yahoo.com, or phone number to contact me to talk to me if you're interested in buying it, 360-560-0828 is my personal cell number. All right. I'm also on Facebook under that name, with a picture of me with my car with Mount Rainier as the background right now. It's either that or me with like a waterfall. So this is a basic beginner 24-hour bug out bag. Okay. So go over all this. So what do I also like to keep that's near this bug out bag? Normally I keep this in my sports rack, 18 cubic square foot storage rack container on the top of my car. I have with a bunch of other items. I got a little Armor cooler that has like some more smoke bombs, lighter, and about 30 packs of Mountain House dehydrated food of different flavors. I have a little gas can. I've got a full military cot. I've got this little, it looks like a circular pillow that is an IB&S, Katoma IB&S COTS spring-loaded one-person tent with rainfly that pops up and looks like a Twinkie and attaches to the top of a military cot, so I can have a full tent with rainfly attached to the cot that's up off the ground. I also have what else? 2 Fiji water packs, 2 liters worth altogether, the Fiji bigger bottles. And then I have a little rectangular box that is from Uncharted Supply Company, $450. It is the Rapid Raft. It's a pack raft system with like a pillow air flowing system that you just go like that and then hold in and compress all the air into the pack raft. It's called a Rapid Raft. I have that in a box, so I have a raft system up there if I need to cross a waterway of some kind, riverbed or something. And then I also have a battery pack pre-charged mini chainsaw. Seeing them online all over. Got one, used it recently, very effective. So I have that up there. And then what else would I have up there is I would have my box of Danner boots, got from Cabela's store, and it was about $200. I got brand new, already pre-worn in, all-weather, dark-colored Danner boots. If not Danner, I would highly recommend Belleville, also really high quality. And these are the type of boots that soldiers would get. The military hands them, you know, the basic combat boot, similar but not as comfortable. These are like tennis shoes slash boots combined for Belleville and Danner, high quality. And both of those for each deployment and going back to normal stateside bases, they last me right around an average of 2 full years before needing to be replaced. And then these are redhead. These are my everyday wear right now. So this covers up the ankle area, and these go up the calf a bit, so more holds it into place, especially if you may sprain an ankle, tweak it, break it, whatever. It's almost like a brace. These were about $140, $150 at a Bass Pro Shop in northern Colorado Springs. These are like my everyday wear if I'm not wearing sandals or tennis shoes. And either of these have all been worn in, which is very, very important. You don't want like brand spanking new, not pre-worn in footwear, because if you do that, and you go in a survival mode situation and they're not pre-worn in, already comfortable, then within a couple of days, and you a good amount of traveling and all that, you can get like fist size blisters. You don't want that. They need to be not brand new, pre-worn in. So buy them, go hiking, or walking around for a month or something like that to pre-wear them in, and then they're ready to go for survival mode. So I have these in the Danner box, up in that lockbox container on the top of my car. I'm actually thinking about putting that lockbox container. I bought it for a couple of years ago, $350, and now it's selling for $400 at Amazon. I might put it up on my OfferUp profile for about $300, so I could buy a 800-ish, 18 cubic square foot Thule tactical lockbox container, because my current one only opens up, if this is the front and this is the back, it only opens up like that from the back. A Thule one is not only more aerodynamic, so better gas mileage, but it opens up with a key on either side, left or right, so it lifts up like that or it lifts up like that. So, and I get quicker access to my survival gear. So I'm thinking about putting my sports rack 18 cubic square foot lockbox container that I've used for 2 or 3 years now, in good condition, wiped it all down, cleaned it inside and out recently, and put that up on my OfferUp profile and put that up for sale as well. Get some money back and use some of that money to get like the $800 Thule lockbox container. So do an upgrade pretty much. If this is either if I'm not pulling it out to do videos, to make changes to it, to go hiking and camping with it, then it's usually in my car trunk, or it's in the lockbox container on the top of my vehicle. Now, the other thing that I would have up there that is not usually attached but can be attached is this double-sided spear right here with this like a charade spear with a sheath. So it's laser sharp, bolted down with 3 bolts, has paracord in different spots, so comes with a protective sheath as well. So it's a bit of a short one right now, not too tall. So it's like down there. This is like in my hip area. And then I've got a 16-inch little extra extension rod, and so that would make it where it's like up here about a hiking stick height. On top of that, at the bottom of this spear is you unscrew this that has the paracord attached to it, and it's a ferrule rod fire starter, and there's this little tube that is waterproof, and it has a little bit of fishing line and little bobber fishing tackle in there. So that comes with it. So, and I bought the extension rod, which even if I lose this or something like that, then if I wanted to, I can just use this as a pipe, like a beating, short stick, a weapon as well. So this would either be on my wall mount behind me, kind of like how this one is. Otherwise, it will be in the driver's side of the lockbox container in the vehicle, or if I'm pulling out my bug out bag and I need to take it with me, then I will take it, insert it here, attach it, and it's right there. So there is that. So the other things that if I have to evacuate my home, I would be grabbing, I have a 14-in-1 cool box toolbox. See a little red-black toolbox there on the ground. And in there, got a bunch of tools, all the sockets and little screwdrivers. They're all in Ziploc bags as well, so keep them waterproof and everything. I've got multi-tool Gerber in there, and hammer, and screwdrivers, and sockets, and all that kind of stuff. But what I also have that I would definitely, whether if I'm taking my toolbox with me if I've got to evacuate my home, or do I just grab these specific 2 items, which is a mini little crowbar. It's never been used, it's brand new, and then a good quality mini little bolt cutters as well. These are, in my toolbox. It's where I store them currently, but this would definitely be on my list to grab if I'm not taking my full toolbox with me. And then when I go in through, if I have to get out of normal civilian clothes, I have summer, winter, military BDU woodland camouflage with dark brown poly pro top and bottom to go underneath the uniform. I take all that out, put it on. I'm making more room in my bag, and then I'll probably throw these inside there because these can become very, very useful in the future. So there is that. And then, in here, what you see right here is a Sea to Summit stuff sack, dark green with black outline. It has my Enlightened Equipment personalized quilt blanket system. And one side is dark green just like this, and the other side is like highlighter orange. So if I need to use it for like a signal, almost like a military VS-17 panel, for those who know what those are, we keep them with Humvees, signal, either, we can use it as almost like a rain poncho, almost like a picnic sheet that's waterproof, or, on the other side that's not dark green, it's orange to signal aircraft and stuff. So the Enlightened Equipment, it can be personalized. Your size, your material, all that. On top of the outer green portion is thicker to be able to withstand tearing or something cutting it. And the inner orange part is lighter and all that. Very comfortable. It's rated for 0 degrees. So, and then inside here as well, I have these as a backup pair. They're like surfer, little flexible shower shoes. These ones I keep with my Tuck Tech origami kayak in my storage closet on my balcony of my apartment. So I have an extra pair ready to go, and then I got another pair, folded up, compressed like that inside here. So that way, once I'm done trying to get to a safe zone, I can take off my boots, I can take off my socks, I can still have something to protect my feet. Walk around, cool off my feet. I can even stick my feet in creeks and all that. If there's sharp rocks or whatever, these will, protect my feet. But it's, more airflow, water can get in here and all that kind of stuff. Cool off my feet. Taking care of your feet's important. So there's that. Okay. And then right here, have this to show off. What is this right here? This is a stuff sack for my Crua, C-R-U-A, which I have pictures of to show, hybrid one-person tent. It is a 2-in-1 tent. Crua, C-R-U-A Outdoors is a Ireland-based company, and this is a one-person tent with rainfly. and I also have the like hammock rope string things in here as well. And I modified the stuff sack itself by not only getting a second stuff sack and having alteration place at a dry cleaning place in Battleground, Washington, take the extra material and make this twice as thick. And then I also added these buckle straps to specific distance apart, so I can attach the buckle straps to the bottom of the military strap webbing that you see on the outside and all over the place on this bag. It's on the very bottom too. So this whole thing is strapped down. This stuff sack with my enlightened equipment quilt sleeping bag system with S rings is all attached to the military strap webbing right here. So very, very, secure. This is what it looks like. Crewa hybrid tent. That's what it looks like without a rain fly on it. That's what it looks like with a rain fly. And then you can also take two of them, and they have the other colors like red and stuff and gray. And you can attach them together from the exterior, tear down the interior wall, turning two individual one-person tents into a two-person tent. They also have a newer system that looks just like this, but it is made of like sleeping bag material. And then you can even take that and either almost like put it over the Crewa hybrid, and so putting like a warm sleeping bag cushioning system and making this tent more of a winter version. So pretty freaking neat. And they have a lot of other tents, really good high quality for 2 people, 4 people, winter tents, summer tents, with canopies and all that. Crewa, C-R-U-A Outdoors. So there is that. Okay. Other items that I do not have with the bug out bag that I need to like grab and go with, and all that would be, so my firearms, for instance. So what I carry with me, and I had to have a concealed weapons permit, is I have a Bersa Thunder 380 caliber 8-round magazine capacity. It's very, very similar to the Walter PPK. I also like the dark green and black colors, so very tactical and everything. 8-round magazine. The one thing I found out about this is you got to be careful with what types of magazines you get. It came with one that was manufactured in Argentina. That's where Bersa is based out of, South America. But I went ahead and bought a couple of Italian version mags, and they were absolute garbage. Every single time they would jam. So it took me to go through the Bersa website, get notifications when this kind of mag came in stock, and it took me about 1.5 years to purchase an additional 3. So now I have 4 total, 1 in the weapon, 1 on a belt holster right there, and then of course my Afghanistan handmade leather pistol holster. One second. That I got from Afghanistan during my year-long Afghanistan deployment, east coast of Afghanistan, right next to Pakistan. And so additional Argentina 8-round mags ready to go, plus 10 rounds right here also ready to go. So without this extra belt holster, just the pistol, these 2 mags and these, that's 44 rounds, 1 extra 8-round mag, 52 rounds on me ready to go, mainly 44. That's a good amount if you need it for like self-defense and stuff, whether home defense, which I've got a little lockbox thing, the button pusher combination, open very quickly box thing that's has a wired cord attached to the bed frame, and then other than my jacket holster and Bersa Thunder 380, I also have I got from Sportsman Warehouse. This is the Savage Model .42 takedown up and over 2 caliber rifle with modifications. Top barrel's 22 long rifle, bottom barrel is 410 shotgun. I've added a Picatinny rail, an Axion red dot sight. I added a Surefire flashlight. Unfortunately, I don't have the compression switch thing that plugs in and you push on the switch and it'll automatically turn on. But so it does have a normal switch and I turn on. So, and then I added a sling, a unique type of sling that makes it where I have 25 410 shotgun rounds on the weapon with the sheath. These two pieces also come apart in two separate pieces. And it's kind of like a skeet shooting shotgun. So you open it up and I have, you have to pull out the rounds. There's little button things that pull out. And one 22 long rifle round, one 410 shotgun. And then I got this little buttstock fabric wrapping material thing. I don't know what you call it exactly. And on each side there's 36 22 long rifle rounds, top and bottom. And so both sides 72, 25, and one in each chamber. So 73 and 26 410 rounds with a red dot sight, Surefire flashlight, and it disassembles into two pieces. There is another type of newer tactical rifle I am very, very interested in. It showed up from Mr. Nobody in the John Wick 4 recent movie. I was like, the weapon that had two pieces, that was a tactical, looked like an assault rifle Winchester, and I'm like, what is that thing? And I found it from a company called Mad Pigs Customs, created like a 1 or 2 dozen of these things. And it was a Marlin model 1894 44 caliber rifle, so similar to a Winchester, but it disassembles into two pieces and it looks like a M4 assault rifle. And he had something similar to this with a bunch of 44 caliber rounds on each of the buttstock, so he had a decent amount on there. I would love to get something like that, and it would replace this. This is good home defense slash survival out in the wilderness, hunting small game, squirrels and rabbits, and maybe porcupines and things like that. On a survival show on YouTube that I really got into, Out in the Wild, the Great Alaska Experiment, and Out in the Wild Venezuela Experiment, they had something like this. It was a 2 caliber up and over survival rifle. So that's why I got into it. So, and then one day I would like to go find like a leather upholstery place that I can find and pay them to create a survival rifle holster like this to attach to this side, so I can have this holding inside, probably the other way, and then be able to grab it like this and then pull it right out. So leather, dark black leather sheath holster thing for my survival rifle. So, and then on top of that, this is the carrying case when it disassembles into two pieces. This is what I got when they gave it to me. And then I carry a rifle, military rifle, a cleaning kit, and then in here a Ziploc bag with extra Surefire batteries for the red dot sight or the flashlight, some earplugs, a couple different types, and then little Ziploc bags of extra rounds of the 410 shotgun rounds, which are very hard to find lately, and then another Ziploc bag of more 22 long rifle rounds for replacements, about 8 to 12 additional rounds in there that I keep in this little pouch of the gun case. On top of it, there I got some other things in here that's cloth and all that kind of stuff, and Special Forces earplugs. So there's that. Okay. All right. let's get back to the main bug out bag itself. And what does it have? Where did I pack it? All of that. So we went over sleeping bag, tent. Let's go over what's in this pouch area. So I have a, trying to remember the name of this thing. It's like Black Bear or something like that. It is a very unique, it was on Shark Tank, and it is a collapsible carbon fiber. It can, you put it on like a stove or whatever, and it can both be a frying pan of the carbon fiber, and it can also be a boiling pot. And I believe this is the, I want to say small version. No, medium. This is like the medium version one. So even has a little bit of paracord attached to it. So Bear Bowl, that's what it is. Bear Bowl. I think this is the medium one. So there's that. I got a garbage, like 1 or 2 garbage bags right here, pick up after myself. I've got a flask that I got part of a set from Afghanistan, and it has rubbing alcohol in it, so not the alcohol to drink. I've got a cigarette little case holder thing, and I've got a business card of mine in here, 2 big lighters, brand new, and a little bullet keychain bullet looking thing that is a little flint fire starter. So. Sorry, having trouble getting it back close. Okay. In here I've got in a little carrying case a multi-tool Gerber that I got from the military. I was also a small arms, an armorer for my different units multiple times, so I did small arms maintenance repairs. I added something very recently to this. It could come in very handy, and I have practice with. There are these like that came from China, newer type of lockpick sets. This is KW1 2-in-1 pick and SC1 2-in-1 pick, and I have practice with them. These are both for normal doorknob locks and for the deadbolt locks as well. So I have added that so that, you know, survival situation, instead of, you know, breaking down, you know, people's doors, causing a mess and noise and everything. Give me a couple minutes, usually within several minutes I can lockpick, depending on, you know, what type of lock it is. If it takes more than 10 minutes, then I'll probably bust something down. In here, I've got some cooking utensils and other things. Got a little made out of the heat rubber material, you know, heat tongs and little spatula and a little baster, the silicone heat. I've got the black beard fire starter ropes as well. I've got 3 of them in here. I've got knife sharpener, Smith's sharpener in here. I got a pack of Black Cat 20-second different colored smoke bombs, which can be used for different things, like ninja smoke screen, cover your exit, signaling helicopter, you know, from far away in a dense forest or on a mountain or whatever, so smoke signal, or even you know, animals, bears, cougars, whatever. You know, you're in danger, and you put, you know, do some smoke that lasts for 20 seconds, and that smell of smoke, they will run the opposite direction from smoke. I've also got one of those bicycle with handle chainsaws in here, so there's all of that. So that is everything inside this pocket. It's got zippers with little clear, I don't know what you would call this, netting pockets. So there's that. On the side here, pocket, I've got little tube things I can put like certain salts or syrups, ketchups, whatever, squeeze little bottles. I've got a thing of powdered eggs, dehydrated raisins, one of the Colgan little Swiss Army silverware things. It's got a little knife and a bottle cap opener as well. So that's good to have. And they do disassemble from each other as well. And a little cutting board as well, bamboo mini cutting board to prepare your food. And also I've got a little like Mountain House dehydrated food pack in there as well. So that's what I have in there. On the waist belt portion, the waist belt of this bag, which when I lean it up forward and everything's closed, I'll show you, I have attached is this little pouch, and what it is a monocular with a carabiner string necklace thing. So I'm hoping this is good quality, but I am looking for something that is about this small, the monocular, but also is digital. It can be a normal monocular or it can be night vision, because night vision goggles of some kind or monocular and like a beacon SOS locator are like the two main things that I do not have a part of my survival bug out bag currently. Those are like the only two major things that I would like to find, but it's got to be compact. It can be used as a regular monocular when you're not turning on the night vision. I'm looking for something like that. They're decent sized ones, but they're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So I'm hoping to find something like that and replace this at some point. Okay. I've got a pair of Oakley sunglasses, the hard sheath case. And in here, not only the sunglasses, like clear lens and all that sunglasses, and with the frames, but I also have a two different things: a USB cord that is a 3-in-1. It can work for the iPhone, micro SD, and C as well. And the C is what I use. But I also have something way more serious and important in here, and that is this: a thumb drive in a thick Ziploc bag. This is had it encrypted. And why do I have this? Why is it important? Pretty much I've read multiple articles on the incident with Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, Louisiana. And pretty much anybody who lost their home, all their belongings, everything, there are people to this day who still haven't, and that's over a decade now, still haven't gotten insurance payments because they lost their ID cards, they lost their birth certificates, they lost social security cards, they lost everything that is an official government document proving who they are and all that. So with that, I have digital scans of all my most important documentation, all my ID cards from the very beginning, college ID cards, VA card, old driver's license, current driver's license, vehicle registration, my title to my car, insurance cards, birth certificates, living signed will that's been notarized. All the most important documentation that I can think of is on this thumb drive with an encryption on it, and I make updates every now and then. And so even if you don't have the hard paper copies, you have scanned copies of those things, so you have some kind of evidence proof to prove who you are and get the ball rolling at a faster pace to get your insurance recovery money. So and that's where I keep that, on top of Oakley clear and sunglass lenses. So SD chips on each of the soldier straps as well. And then right here, this is an entrenching tool carrying pouch. In here I've got a couple of different things. First off, the Tomahawk Clax axe head that can attach to a pre-made little handle, or you get like a decent size, thick log stick cut out the center, and it has a unique clamping system, and it's like a 10-in-1 multi-tool Tomahawk axe head, and it's got this unique clamping system that attaches to the handle. So there's that. Comes with its own pouch, and then you can even put this on your belt and carry it as well. It could be a handheld little knife thing. It's got different blades. It can be a multi-tool, little hex screwdriver thing. This is a pin fishing pole. So I have pin fishing pole to have a little bit of a fishing pole. There's reels and stuff in here. Right, the little reel is right here, and it comes with a little plastic case, a little bit of tactical gear as well. Got a little Ziploc bag in here as well. And this main pouch is an entrenching tool shovel head that also has a bottle cap opener on it, and then the metal pole that clips into here is inside the main compartment, with also the handle for the Clax axe head. And so, and then this can have a secondary function I thought about, not just you know, a little mini light, a very lightweight entrenching tool shovel, but if I needed to, it can be a little paddle that I can use for like my little pack raft that's up in my vehicle lockbox container. So don't know exactly how effective that would be, or attach even this whole thing to a bigger stick, you know, to make it a bigger paddle. So there's all of that. Where did I pin fishing pole? And there's this. That way. Forgot to put back the bear bowl, foldable bear bowl. It's like a frying pan and a boiling pot. So that's all back in there. This upper compartment right here. Definitely have some new things from what I had before. So hand cranking from Secure Ivation also makes the exact same one in like orange color and stuff. And it is a LED flashlight with different settings. You know, that's just a strobe. I don't think there's any pattern. It's fully waterproof. You can also recharge it solar instead of hand cranking. You can put a lanyard on it, and it can go 30 feet deep without damaging the flashlight. So there is that. More recently, I got these tactical work gloves to protect my hands, but also has another function to it. It's not only to protect your hands from cuts or whatever, you know, doing hard labor and everything. I had a pair of these, used them a lot in Iraq. But then on the top of that, they've got Kevlar, you know, knuckles as well, and a little bit of Kevlar around this portion of your top of your fingers as well. So good work gloves, tactical gloves, good for you know, if you have a weapon and everything, and you can still fire. I love these gloves. I got them from a surplus store in Beaverton as well, more recently. So love these gloves. Okay, take those off. Okay, so there's those. Military woodland camouflage winter version ball cap. So not only do I have a ball cap, but then it also has a fold out piece to keep your ears warm. So it's like a baklava. So these are brand new pairs of gloves. They're known as they're deerskin Churchill-C gloves. I do have an open pair. They're in my coat that I keep with, and in fact, I think I actually have one of them from an old pair that I lost. The right glove, I still have the left glove as a backup. So right here, Churchill deerskin gloves. The -C stands for the Sherpa, and these were some of the best gloves, winter gloves I ever had. I found this first pair at a cowboy and Indian store in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, the Rocky Mountains, and bought it for right around $90. With inflation, they're probably over $100 now. And I wore them at a military firing range. We did like 12, 14 hours on the range, even night fire with 50 cal machine guns and 240 saws, 249 saws. And, it was like freaking, I don't even know, it was like 5 or 10 degrees outside with a foot of snow. It was freezing. Put these gloves on, my hands never got cold. Now, the one thing I learned is they're made in Chehalis, Washington from a company called Churchill. And if I ordered just the Maverick of my size gloves, then I got just the outer layer deer skin leather. It didn't come with the Sherpa inside. I wanted the ones with the Sherpa. So they informed me of that, and so I have to request the Maverick-C. The C is the specific model type for the Sherpa built into the glove. So, and just in case I lose one of my left gloves for one of the pairs, I have a backup. So, there's that. So, gloves. Let's see, I got a newer type, brand new, new style Life straw, a filter straw. I'll take off the bottom and top lid, put it in there. You're going to have to suck a little bit, let it, soak in there, and then keep sucking, and then you could drink from puddles, streams, creeks, whatever, but not get any icky bacteria. So that's good to have. Or get the water bottle version with the built-in straw built into the lid. So I got a thing of electrical tape. I got a orange reflector belt if I want to signal somebody. I've got a Colgan. It's a whistle. It's a magnifier. It's a compass. It's a thermometer. Little multi-tool, even with a corkscrew. A little knife. I got a white paint marker pen, black marker, normal pen. I've got a Washington Atlas, probably need to get an updated version, paper map, a little notebook, and then more recently I bought a pair of walkie-talkies, and the walkie-talkie, they're more harder, it's like a hard plastic, there's no glass or anything, so it's see-through, like a hard plastic material. And so I think it's like 5-mile range with little D-rings attached to the cords and all that. So no, I do have a pair of walkie-talkies if need be. So let's put all this back real quick. And the walkie-talkies are pre-charged as well. Before I go anywhere, I pull them out and put them back on the charger. Extra S-rings on the sides for both sides, and then now there's also these buckle straps on both sides to secure the both portions of the backpack. And then main compartment. Okay, what do I have? In the netted portion here, in the top portion of the backpack, I've got a heavy-duty Ziploc bag with extra underwear, socks, fleece cap, gator neck, a couple extra pairs, like 1 or 2 pairs, extra like short sleeve, high quality shirt, like tactical shirt. I've got a riggers belt as well, tactical riggers belt. So right there, already pre-sized to me. Another Ziploc bag with, I think actually has a tactical shirt, already worn in, cleaned up tactical shirt, polyester or whatever, and then a survival manual, military survival manual for like the 1970s. And at the bottom here, I've got 300 or 400 wound up thing of nylon 550 paracord, so a good amount, 300-400 feet worth. So there's that. all these things in heavy duty, good, newer Ziploc bags, sealed up, just in case this whole thing breaks open, it gets wet, whatever. A lot of clothes items are protected. Then I got vertical and horizontal straps that clip in and everything. I've got things of sun-kissed tuna packets, 2 of those, beef stroganoff with noodle, Mountain House dehydrated food, a single MRE, that's like 1,500 to 25 calories, little D-ring from Yellowstone, little cup, and then this is a stuff sack for Eros pillow by Sea to Summit, premium pillow. I've got a 2-liter, it looks like a teapot kettle, one of the flat metal ones, BioLite teapot kettle where the handle is a thermoelectric USB plug-in generator. Okay. This is another pillow stuff sack, but it doesn't have a pillow in it. It actually has, it used to be a sprinkle container, and I filled it with different seasonings, salt, pepper, seasoning, salt, little sugar, all that kind of stuff. This is a, I believe, Sea to Summit, one person blow up air mattress, little tiny, thin, like a yoga mat kind of an air mattress, but higher quality. I've gone through a couple ones, and this Sea to Summit one is a higher quality fabric and everything. Then I have a nylon woodland camouflage rain poncho, and what is wrapped up inside of it is my summer-winter combo clothing of a summer woodland camouflage BDU uniform that I had in the Army Reserves. And then so I have that with dark brown polypro, sort of like sweatshirt coat kind of thing, top and bottom, and that can go over the uniform or underneath it, either or. So there is that. And then underneath here, also there's that handle for the axe head, and it attaches to the top there, so there's that. The metal rod for the my entrenching tool shovel head. And then buried amongst underneath all this stuff, so I'm not going to pull it out, is in a carrying case, a firebox folding camp stove with the long extension grill top, little handle things that go in these hole things, and you grab it and move it around when it's hot, even a little ashtray connector thing at the bottom. And so this whole system that I have, firebox folding camp stove, and then a 2-liter thermoelectric generator handle USB plug-in battery pack, kettle pot, and with the bear bowl, those are all perfect for one person type of cooking system with all the silicone heat, spatula, tongs, and base. That is a really, really good combo system for a single one person. Now, if I was to get a significant other, have a child, both, start a family, have a larger group for a part of my survival tactic, then what I would actually do, a part of my older brother's bug out bag that I'm trying to sell, the 24-hour bug out bag, I would go through BioLite, and I would get this combo system. This is the BioLite 2, that's what's in there now, switched out the 1, the older version with the BioLite Camp Stove 2. And then there's the grill top, has a little plate lid thing that covers up. There's and this is the 6-liter kettle pot with heat grip and pour spout lid. There's a hard plastic bowl at the bottom of this that you pull out. This is an extra accessory you have to get, which is used with the 6-liter kettle pot. It's a coffee press, so you bring your coffee with, and then create coffee out of that. I had this system originally, and then I put it in my older brother's bag and got the firebox folding camp stove before they stopped making the 2-liter BioLite little teapot candle and handle. I got one before they stopped making it, and then with the bear bowl as well. I just thought that was a really good, lighter weight, more compact system. So there's that. So I believe that is everything in here that I can remember seeing. Yep. So that is all good here of what is in the main compartment. Let me close it up. And once I'm done showing off everything, I'll, put it on my body and show, attach it and show, what it looks like attached to my body, and then, swing around, do a 360 walk around. So remove this real quick. Okay. Gotta put this back. Okay. In the other side pocket of this, I have both a little Reebok fabric with rope, little tiny bag backpack, and I can go collect berries, put slimy fish in there, zip it up, and use it to bring back almost like a little hobo backpack kind of thing, to put berries or plants or whatever, apples, whatever I can find, scavenging, pretty much, scavenging supplies for food. And then what else I also have in there, pre-charge USB plug-in. This is they have like 5 or 6 different versions now from BioLite. One of the most comfortable headlamp systems I have ever had or used. I take it with me every time I go hiking, just in case near the end of the hike it got too dark too quickly. Other than using my phone flashlight, I would use this. And it's known as the Headlamp 330 is the specific one. They've got like 420, 450, 550, 800 one. Battery pack is in the back, and then the headlamp light for different settings of the light. And then there's also the you push it fast red light as well, and this moves up and down, so it's very flush instead of having the old school ones that pretty much have all the batteries in the front. The whole device is right here, and it keeps going down in front of your eyes and all that. Now it's distributed. The weight is distributed with a little cord attaches the back battery pack to the front. So this is what it looks like, a bigger picture version, BioLite Headlamp 330 from the BioLite website. I think it's BioLiteCampstoves.com or something like that. So there is that. So, okay. And then I think that is it that I have in this pocket on this side. Second. Okay. Right here, it has like a nylon rain poncho material on the inside. It's known as a woodland camouflage waist pack. I have attached to the very top with the MOLLE strap webbing on the top near the main top handle, grip handle. And inside here is a personal hygiene bag with some Ziploc bag stuff. I've got a little like washcloth towelette things. I've got a bag of little Ziploc bags of loose leaf teas from my tea collection, some German sugarcane, normal pure grated sugar, and then a little tea ball, and then a personal hygiene zipper pack with all my personalized personal hygiene supply. Mostly, and then there's some Dude wipe, moist towelette wipe things in here as well. So that is what I have in there. This is my hygiene pack, all my personal hygiene that I've built and personalized to me. The little foldable toothbrush and little foot powder and little bottle of the toothpaste and fingernail clippers, little shampoo bottle of non-scented shampoo, body wash shampoo stuff that I can use and it's environmentally friendly. I think I even got a little pack of 1 or 2 packs of laundry detergent that's environmentally friendly, so I could clean my uniform after like a week or 2 if need be in a creek or something like that, do it old school. So all that is in there. I'm gonna flip this thing around to show a few things I have on this other side, and then that should be it. Move the table out of the way and put the backpack on. Okay. So on this side, I have on an S ring attached to the side is they don't make this type anymore. A small woodland camouflage exterior blow up lantern. So see the light. So unfold it and then blow it up, and it will. So that charges in the sun by hanging off there at all times. Sorry, trying not to sneeze. Little allergies. And then of course side pocket right here. All my first aid stuff is right here. I've got a personal hygiene pack that I created a full first aid kit out of. A lot of additional items. This is like a self-applying tourniquet as well. This is a little Sam Splint 2 military version. So create your own a splint, foldable cast splint system. I found these. They're at Cabela's. I think they're right around the $30 range at Cabela's. Bass Pro Shop might have them too. And then in a black hygiene pack, pre-packed and ready to go, is this is my first aid kit, but it's in a side pocket, quick access. Got a little, this is from when I was in basic training, and it is a little case with camo face paint and a mirror, which could also be used for signaling too. So there's that. I think I even have a credit card foldable knife in there as well, amongst other things, Band-Aids and wrappings and all that kind of stuff. And what do I have in here? I forget. Oh, this is a head bug net. So I got an extra little, insect shield repellent apparel head net, from Sea to Summit. So I got that as well. So if the bugs are eating me alive, put on my hat or whatever and put this thing over my head. So a little extra protection from all the insects, which it can also prevent, getting sick as well. So that's definitely first aid. So there's that, and then let me tilt this thing up. Okay. So you see this hard sheath right here. This is from zombietools.net, made in Montana. They can take up to 6 months to get your pre-ordered blade. I have 2 of them now. This one they don't make anymore, the Hooligan. So hard sheath case and paracord, nylon 550 paracord attached to multiple sides. And so there is my both machete and also, combat hand sword blade. So it is laser sharp. They fold their steel like the Japanese do with their katanas. So high quality, similar to how the Japanese do it, but yet it looks like something from 300 movie Spartans. So it's zombietools.net is the website. They're several $100s depending on the blade. They have even one-sided axe heads, double-sided axe heads. They got one that looks like Japanese katanas. They got ones that look like meat cleavers, mini ones, large meat cleavers, all of that. This is the Hooligan. They don't make this one anymore. So there is that, and the way I have it, attached and everything, the angle, when I have it on, I can grab it just like that. So, and then more recently, I changed out a little tiny mini army small mini machete for the Parabellum from Zombie Tools that I have in this little hidden pocket thing behind where all the cushion is, and this is the waist strap. So this is the Parabellum, which is pretty much Zombie Tools' version of a Bowie knife. So there is that. So, and then the way it's sitting in the waist pack, it's sitting like right here, so I can pull it out of the sheath and it's ready to go. So, okay. Have good, so the shoulder straps right here. Yeah, there's a zipper up here if you need to put anything here, like a camelback bladder with the straw thing. I did have that before. I never really used it, so I took it out recently. I have S-rings on each of these. The heavy-duty waist strap with in order to keep everything attached to your body really well, which I will be putting on. And then each side has these good handle grips on each side, and I have this larger S-ring as well to use. It can carry up to, be strong enough without damaging it, up to 100 pounds. And I have this so that I can, when I pull everything out, set up camp or whatever, that I can have some rope, which I believe I might have a thing of nylon rope down here with my tent, and I can pull it up and string the rest of the bag, throw it over a decent sized tree branch, raise everything up to get it off of the ground, so bears and other animals don't get to it, so raise it up. So that is pretty much, I think, everything on my entire 72-hour bug out bag that I've been fine-tuning and building for the past 10 years. So let me go ahead and take this off real quick. And then I'm going to put this thing on and move the table out of the way to show off the whole thing and do a 360 circles. Let me move this a bit. Give me some room. Undo the buckle waist strap. Okay. Strap it, tighten it down. And then chest strap. Okay. All right. We'll wiggle it around a little bit, tighten it up. And now here is my 72-hour, 66-pound, 3-day Condor Assault Pack backpack with everything in it for me to grab and go. Now, like I said, once I fully get this thing up on my shoulders, shoulder straps, chest strap, waist straps, fully tighten it down, you wiggle it around, fully secure it, and then pretty much, even it doesn't actually feel like 66 pounds. It feels like 1/3 of the weight has already been taken off my body because it's distributed the weight amongst all the straps. So it feels like a 66-pound 72-hour bug out bag feels like 44. And that is doable for me. So most soldiers who do ruck marches, depending on size, height, and all weight and all that, they carry anywhere from 35 up to like 55 pounds and go for several mile hikes. So here is the bug out bag. Slow 360, spin, get an idea of what does it look like, And so here is how it looks. And then have access to the machete to grab. Some point in time with like a leather, holster of some kind for a survival rifle, or get that more tactical 2-in-1 Marlin model 1894 44 caliber tactical rifle. I would love to get that instead of this Savage Model 42 takedown up and over. And with ammo and everything, I think that costs right around $350 at the Sportsman Warehouse. So there you are. And I think the only other thing that I really didn't go over is I have one other hidden thing in my bug out bag, and that is several $100s in cash, emergency cash money, in mostly small bills, maybe 1 or 2 larger bills, FEMA, Red Cross states, bare minimum of $200 cash outside of your bank, because what if natural disaster hits? What if banks are closed? What if electricity is down? Your debit card, credit card is useless. It's a plastic card. It's not actually cash. It connects to your electronic account, your electronic bank. Well, if power's out, banks are closed, and all that, your ATM or credit card is useless. So having the FEMA, Red Cross said minimum of $200, mostly small bills, and then preppers say probably between $500 to $1,000. I have several hundred worth, and about 12 different fully waterproof compartments, like $40 here, $60 there, $80 here, like one maybe decent good sized big bill. All the rest are all small bills. And I have a 3x5 card tracker to tell myself, reminding myself, where did I put all this stuff? So that way, if I need to, I have several $100s worth of emergency money I could pull out and use. I'm not massively desperate because banks are closed and electricity is out, and I can't use my my credit card and debit cards from my wallet. So that is pretty much everything I have. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Hit like, hit subscribe, make any comments, positive or negative. Of course, I get a lot of comments, I should say, on, oh my God, 66-pound bug out bag. That is way too freaking heavy. There's no way in hell you can carry that. That is too heavy for the normal average person. Yes, very true. This is built and personalized to me. I'm not saying go build your bug out bag exactly like mine, get all the same equipment. I'm just giving you ideas of how high quality items that are out there that you didn't know about, how to attach things to the exterior of your bag, how to pre-pack it, how to put a first aid kit. Don't bury it in the bottom of your bag, because first aid is an important thing. You need quick access to it. So, not only what you have, but, field testing it so you know what you have and how to use it properly, at least once or twice a year, even if it's your backyard or a paid-for camping spot like National Park, KOA campsite, something like that. I've used this at both of those, and hiking trails and waterfalls, and I just camp out. Build your survival bug out bag, whether it be a lightweight half backpack 24-hour bag, normal 24-hour bag, 48, 72. What's the difference between a 48 and 72-hour bug out bag? More products, which means more weight, but also more capabilities and more cost. So I've built about 24 of these in the past 10 years for people, and even some of them were Red Cross representatives that I worked with doing research papers in college. A little bit of my basic background: I am a 13 and a quarter year United States Army war veteran. I was a quartermaster logistical supply sergeant for 9 of 13 years, and 3 deployments: a year in Baghdad, Iraq with a field artillery battery, a year in eastern Afghanistan near the Pakistan border with an aviation maintenance unit that worked on Black Hawk helicopters, and supposed to be a 9-month, got cut short. Half my unit, including me, was there for 3 months in Liberia, Africa. The other half of the unit was there for 6 for a humanitarian mission helping out with the Ebola outbreak in Liberia, Africa, end of 2014, beginning of 2015, from a horizontal engineering unit out of Fort Carson, Colorado, that laid down building foundations and repaired roads. When I was in Africa, I worked with FEMA and Red Cross representatives, so I know a lot about preparedness. That's why I build very high quality, lightweight 24-hour bug out bags, normal 24-hour bug out bags, 48 and 72-hour survival bug out bags. I do my homework, I do my research, I use military discounts on buying a lot of products. I build these for people and charge $100 labor fee for a 24-hour bag, $150 for a 48, and a $200 labor fee for a 72-hour bug out bag. I have Excel rosters of all these items and products and where do you buy them and about how much they cost. I have to update the cost every now and then because prices change. And I have Excel roster, and I talk to the people, and then we go from Personalized. I build personalized, high quality, multifunctional, 21st century, durable bug out bags built for the person, their wants, their needs, their environment, altitude, and climate. Because all this stuff I have here, good for like maybe, Rocky Mountains, Pacific Northwest, Canada. But I go to Arizona, Nevada, Utah, Florida, Hawaii, then some of this gear that I have is useless in those environments, especially like winter clothes stuff and all that, because it's warmer climates. So, you got to personalize your bug out bag and then have it. That's half the battle, having an emergency kit bug out bag. But knowing what you have and how to use it, field testing it, modifying it, moving things around, getting newer, higher quality, worth the money, durable, multifunctional gear instead of having 10 individual items. Someday someone's going to take those 10 individual items and replace it with a 10-in-1 multifunctional, durable, good quality, worth the gear item. And so now it's a Swiss Army knife type of item. And so it's 10-in-1. It takes up less space, and it's still good quality and replaces all those individual items, which lightens the load on your bag, which lightens the load on your back as well. So yes, this thing is decently heavy, and I go trek with it 5 to 10 miles. I will be exhausted. I'll be sore. I'll probably need a chiropractic adjustment and a massage and a massage gun and a hot tub and all that kind of stuff. But yet, if it gets me where I'm going, and the more gear I have, the better equipment I have, the more functions I have, the less stressed I am, the less scared I am, because I'm very well prepared. There is always that possibility that I'm near my gear, and a natural disaster happens and I just don't survive it. But then if I do survive it and I'm near my gear, whether it be at home or in my vehicle or on a hiking trail or whatever, I have a good amount of survival gear with other survival supplies and gear and water and food and other things that is throughout the inside of my vehicle and on the lockbox container, sports rack lockbox container on the top of my vehicle. So it's, do I survive? Do I get to my gear? If I get to it, I am way better off than 98% of everybody else that's around me. So, and I'll survive. So other than that, the only other thing I think I want to mention is the fact that there are some good survival TV shows and certain movies that I would highly, highly recommend watching that are worth it. You can learn either a lot of do's and a lot of don'ts, the mistakes that people make preparing for survival, and how they react to certain disasters. So certain movies I can think of: 2012, Day After Tomorrow, the Gerard Butler movie Greenland. They were freaking out when they got the emergency message of make your way to this destination. The way they packed things was wrong. They were freaking out and all that. FEMA and Red Cross came out with certain statistics. They did a 5-year joint survey on Americans and preparedness, and after 5 years of it, August of 2015 came out with the results. Some of their major statistics were this was back then, so this is almost like 8 years later with inflation. So these numbers have probably increased, both dollar amounts and percentage amounts have probably increased a bit. But their results were over 60% of Americans do not prepare for natural disasters in any way, shape, or form, even though over 80% of American counties get hit by one or more than one yearly natural disaster. I'm betting that with global warming, every year the natural disasters are getting more frequent and more extreme with every additional following year. So I'm betting that's more like 95 to 100% of American counties. Now, I think more Americans are starting to get more prepared, but how many? 75, 80%, hopefully. And then their other major statistic was for every $1 someone spends in preparedness planning, products, or both, you will not only recover 4 to 5 times faster compared to someone who doesn't prepare really at all, those who, for every $1 you spend in preparedness planning, products, or both, you will save yourself somewhere in the dollar range, this was 2015 time frame, $4 to $16 in damages and recovery fees for every $1 you spend in preparedness. I'm betting that has gone up. I'm guessing with inflation, it's probably right around double that. So I want to say for every $1 you spend in preparedness planning and products, you will probably save yourself somewhere in the realm of $8 to $32 in damages and recovery fees after the disaster is over with. Give you a little basic example of what I'm talking about. Hurricane Harvey down in southern Texas several years ago. There was this guy, the man of the house of a family owned property. He took a chance in preparedness, went down to New Orleans, spent $8,300 on a product called an aqua dam. It's like a giant aqua sandbag, the inner tube tire thing you wrap around your home, you fill it with water, it goes up a couple feet. And pretty much all of his friends, all of his family members, his neighbors, everybody's like, you're an idiot. That was a waste of time, waste of energy, waste of money. That ain't gonna do anything. That is the dumbest purchase I've ever seen in my life. Guess whose home out of that entire area that the hurricane affected and flooded and all that, guess whose home was the only one not affected by the flood waters of Hurricane Harvey? This guy who bought the aqua dam. He spent $8,300. You can still see the green grass with inside the barrier. If it would have gone up a few more inches in water height, then it would have flowed over a bit. But you can still see the green grass within the aqua dam barrier. So he's like, I spent $8,300, proved everybody wrong, and I saved myself $150,000 or more in damages and recovery fees. That's a 95% savings rate. So preparedness, organization, thinking ahead will always save you money. It even happened to me, actually. I went on a Canadian road trip spring of, I think it was 2018. Had a 2-3-month-old 2018 brand new Hyundai Kona. Took a road trip through Canada for the first time from Colorado Springs. Stopped in Washington State, just half an hour north of here in Kelso, Washington, visiting family. Heard about a major hailstorm southern Colorado Springs that, depending on where you were, anywhere from golf ball to softball sized hail. It actually killed 2 animals at the Colorado Springs Zoo. And so anyway, like tons of damage to houses in the upper mountain areas and tons of total lost vehicles, if not a lot of money to make repairs to these vehicles if they weren't considered total loss. I felt like I dodged a major bullet with a brand like new, not even, right around 100-day-old vehicle. So as soon as I got home, I started back to Colorado Springs after the road trip. I did my homework research and I started looking into 21st century vehicle hail prevention devices. Found several of them, and I found one that looked very, very promising. Not only is it hail prevention, hot weather prevention for the inside of the car getting too hot. Can be like 40 degrees cooler inside, or even a heavy winter snowstorm. Keep all the heavy snow or freezing rain off the majority top area, off my windshield and all that. It is a Lanmodo, Lanmodo, Lanmodo.com, larger version, dark navy blue, $350 with key remote, vehicle deployable umbrella system that has a giant suction cup with straps, 2 in the front, 2 on each side, and 2 in the back, with little hooks and stuff. I bought that, and as long as I can deploy it at the right time, this can totally save my butt and protect my vehicle from mainly hail damage that hits Colorado Springs every summer. So, and what happened was I got it, and my mentality was, if it happened once, it can happen again in that area. And so if my car gets damaged and I have to turn it into a repair shop, not only am I a Lyft driver, so there's lots of money in not being able to drive. I have a $500 bank deductible, and then, so I'm without a car, I'm not driving, I'm not making money while doing full-time college, other than plasma donation in the area as well to make some extra money. So I'm without a car. How long does it take to repair? And $500 deductible. So I take I spend $350 immediately ahead of time for preparedness. And as long as I deploy it at the right time, I protect my car from any kind of major hail damage. 2 months later, after getting back from my road trip, around my apartment, I was at my apartment in Colorado Springs, cars parked, it starts to normal BB size hail. It stopped. I'm like, oh, it hailed. Let me go out there, deploy it. 20 minutes after I deployed it, put it on top of my vehicle, strapped it all down. We had between golf ball to baseball sized hail. I saw people in the in that same parking lot of my apartment complex in Colorado Springs try to have cardboard piece on their head, try to throw cardboard, flattened cardboard or whatever, throw a like twin mattress on the top and everything to protect their car from getting even more hail damage. Everybody else either had total losses or extreme hail damage. I had not one single dent in my car, no damaged glass, no nothing. It's extended past all four corners of my 2018 Hyundai Kona, a mini compact SUV vehicle. It was the first model for that, first year for that model. And so that $350 investment paid off in more ways than one. After that hailstorm, I was only one of 3 to 4 between Lyft and Uber rideshare drivers in the entire Colorado and surrounding areas. So knowing I didn't get any damage because I had a preparedness product and thought ahead, I also actually have that Landmodo umbrella thing. I only used it like a half a dozen times. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. We don't really get that extreme, and I have a parking awning as well for my car. So I have it up for sale for like $150, $180. They're like $400 or $500 online for the big version with key remote. So it's on my Offer Up app. So anybody here near Ridgefield, Washington, who maybe wants to buy that, and you're like going, deploying, or moving to, or visiting central United States where they have major hailstorms, highly recommend, if you don't have your own parking awning or garage to protect your vehicle, to have something like that on hand. That saved my butt, and I was just getting fare after fare after fare request. I made all my $350. I think I doubled my money in a week, all because I had that preparedness item and thought ahead, and it was clean and organized, efficient. I'm always thinking further and further ahead. I like to think of it as where almost everybody else around me that I think of thinks 1 to 3 steps ahead, is playing the real life game of checkers, 1, 2, 3 steps ahead, little tiny preparedness. I'm thinking I'm making 20 steps to 200 steps. Everybody else is thinking 1 day to like maybe a month ahead. I'm thinking 2 years ahead. I'm playing my life game as a form of 3-dimensional Star Trek chess. I'm thinking that far ahead. I'm willing to spend a little extra money on higher quality products and preparedness as well. I'm looking at here soon for 2 pairs of high quality snow tire chain things that it takes 7 seconds to put on your tire. And for a pair of them, they're $350. I need 2 pairs, $750. It's worth the money. I was even just thinking for my own apartment, even though I'm on a 2nd floor, if we have a major flood or whatever, within the door frames, window frames, there's Easy Dam as well. It's like one of those like child barrier things you put in a door to keep the child on the other side, but it's solid with little air pump things that extend out, and you pump it, and it you can open your door, put in your door frame or window frame, and it will prevent any flood waters from coming in from your front or back door as well, or windows or whatever. So even if it floods really bad, in any area, from a hurricane or whatever, you get those things, it could prevent major flood waters as well to going through your doors and windows and everything. So Easy Dam, I think they're like $500-600 for one, something like that. So that's about all I have for my 72-hour personalized 66-pound 72-hour bug out bag that I've been building for the past 10 years with 21st century multifunctional gear and equipment that I keep making better and better and better, and I go hiking and camping with every now and then. So that's what I have. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit like, please hit subscribe. Please make any comments, hopefully positive. If you have questions, hit me up on the comments as well. Where can you get certain things, and I'll find out and let you know. Or what do certain things cost as well. But the more prepared you are, the less stressed you are, the less concerned you are, the less worried you are, the better off you are, the more money you will save from damages and recovery fees after the disaster is, depending on what the disaster is and did you survive it and can you get to your gear, you will be better off than 98% of almost everybody around you. This is like FEMA, Red Cross kind of preparedness stuff. I also have other YouTube videos on, I just did a new one on my vehicle preparedness and readiness ideas advice video for stuff inside and outside the vehicle, and I did one for my apartment home preparedness and readiness ideas advice video. So please check those ones out too. They're brand new, just uploaded them in the past 2 days. So you guys have a good day. You have a good summer. Watch out for yourself and get more prepared. It will save you in so many ways. You have really no idea how much it'll do for you. So that's all I have. You guys have a good summer. Get more prepared. Get more organized. All right. Take care. Bye.